147 souls, one ship, and an invisible killer that wasn't supposed to be there. In April 2026, the MV Hondius set sail from the docks of Argentina. To the passengers, it was a dream voyage to the Antarctic. They didn't know they were carrying a stowaway. Not a person, but a virus with a fatality rate that rivals the Black Death. A pathogen that defies the laws of biology. This is the story of the Hantavirus outbreak of 2026, an investigation into how a rare South American fever turned a luxury cruise into a floating quarantine zone. The timeline is chilling. It began on April 6th. A male passenger developed a fever. Most thought it was seasickness or a common flu. But by April 11th, he was dead. The body was removed at St. Helena on April 24th. But the nightmare was just beginning. His partner, who appeared healthy, disembarked that same day. She boarded a flight to Johannesburg. On April 26th, she collapsed and died in the emergency room. Suddenly, the medical world was on high alert. This wasn't just a random illness. This was the Andes strain, the only hantavirus in the world capable of jumping from human to human. To understand why this is a global emergency, you have to understand the science. Most hantaviruses are a dead end. You catch them from breathing in dust contaminated by rodents, and it stops with you. But the Andes strain is the rebel of the family. It breaks the rules. It spreads through close contact, shared air, and respiratory secretions. When it hits, it triggers hantavirus pulmonary syndrome. Your own immune system panics. Your tiny blood vessels, your capillaries, begin to leak. Your lungs don't fill with air. They fill with your own plasma. You essentially drown from the inside out, often within 24 hours of the first shortness of breath. By May 2nd, the World Health Organization issued a global notification. The MV Hondius was no longer a cruise ship. It was a laboratory. 7 cases were confirmed, 3 deaths, a 38% case fatality ratio. Investigators are now tracing every person who touched that ship. The mystery isn't just how it spread, but where it started. There were no rodents found on the ship. This means the first victim likely carried the virus for weeks, feeling perfectly fine during the incubation period, while silently becoming a walking biohazard. Why does this matter now? Because we are seeing a shift. In my last investigation, we looked at the collapse of FTX, a disaster of human greed and financial fraud. But the hantavirus outbreak is a different kind of fraud. It's a biological deception. You can't file for bankruptcy against a 40% kill rate. You can't audit a pathogen. The MV Hondius is a warning. In the Book of Frauds, we saw how men lie. In the Book of Nature, we see how biology fights back. And I'll keep tracking the shadows so you don't have to. Stay vigilant.